Hello students and welcome to Saurav's classes. My name is Ashmita and in today's class we are going to solve questions based on sentence completion. And these kind of questions are just like fill in the gaps. You need to fill up the blanks and in order to make a sense from the extract given, you need to fill up with correct words. So let us start solving from number 4. Although a few years ago the fundamental facts about the Milky Way seemed fairly well dash, now even its mass and its radius have come into dash. So they are talking about the Milky Way, and we don't know what they are talking about fairly well because we need to put the words from the choice given. Now even its mass and its radius have come into dash. We cannot frame what kind of meaning this sentence is talking about. So let us put one by one the options. Determined and resolution. Now determined, we all know you are firmly determined about something, and resolution means like kind of promise or resolve or aim, or you can also say some sort of commitment. In simple words, we can say it's aim. Let us put this option first. Although a few years ago the fundamental facts about the Milky Way seemed fairly determined. No, not at all going. Determined is not going. Now even its mass and its radius have come into resolution. No, see, it's not making any sense. So absolutely wrong. Number B, ignored and danger. Ignored, we all know the meaning of ignored, like you are just left alone, or no one is listening to you and all. You are like left lonely, alienated from the rest of the people. And danger, we all know, danger means you need help. There's sort of a life-threatening thing which can happen. So it's danger. Let us put number B once and check. Although a few years ago the fundamental facts about the Milky Way seemed fairly well ignored, now even its mass and its radius have come into danger. No, it's not making any good sense, so I'm striking it out. What about number C? Problematic and prominence. If I put problematic, you know, something which is causing a problem, and prominence means like prominent. Prominent means like it's absolutely perfect. It is appearing to be perfect and accurate. So if I put number C in the blank, although a few years ago the fundamental facts about the Milky Way seemed fairly well problematic, now even its mass and its radius have come into prominence. No, it is also not making any sense. Let us put number D, diminished. Diminished means like something there. Suppose there is a bright beam of light and it's coming down to a narrow beam of light. Like from a wide beam of light, it is coming down to a narrow beam of light. So this means it is diminishing. This means that it is decreasing in size. So basically diminishing means decreasing in size. I just gave the example of beam of light. That's an example. It's not present here. Disrepute. What is the meaning of disrepute? Disrepute means kind of disgrace or dishonor or shame, you can say. In simple words, we can say it's shame. So if we put diminished and disrepute, although a few years ago the fundamental facts about the Milky Way seemed fairly well diminished, now even its mass and its radius have come into disrepute. Just tell me, how can the mass and the radius become dishonored or become shameful? This is just not going, so I'm striking it out. What about number E, established and questioned? The last one left, and probably the last one should go, as we all know, but still we need to understand the meaning of the sentence. If I say, although a few years ago the fundamental facts about the Milky Way seemed fairly well established. Established means something which has been there for a long time, and it is permanent. And now even its mass and its radius have come into question. Okay, so this sentence is making a sense like They are talking about the Milky Way, about which the fundamental facts were long before established. Like since a long time we know about Milky Way, but now even the mass and the radius of the Milky Way have come into question, because nowadays we do not come across any kind of new news about these or new inventions about Milky Way. So last one would go. That is the correct option. Number E. Let us move over to question number 5. The officers threatened to take dash if the lives of their men were dash by the conquered natives. So the entire sentence is talking about conquered natives. Natives means mean the people who were living in their countries, and those natives were conquered, like they were dominated by some foreign power, or maybe by the officers. We don't know about that. That's why they are talking about conquered. The natives are themselves being conquered by someone. The officers threatened to take dash. The officers were threatening them to take something. We have to find out that. If the lives of their men were dashed by the conquered natives. Okay, so I think as per the sentence, without filling up the blanks, as per I can understand is the conquered natives, like the natives of that particular land, were like might have captured some police officers, and the police officers were threatening them that they would take their something, so that that can harm those natives. So they need to release the officers. That is what maybe they are trying to say. Let us put the words and make a complete meaning. Liberties. Now liberties, we all know it means freedom. Liberty means freedom. And irritated, we all know, like bored, irritated, like we do not like to do anything, that is irritated. So if we put liberties and irritated ones, the officers threatened to take the liberties if the lives of their men were irritated. No, it's just not going. Number B, measures and enhanced. Now we know the meaning of measures, like certain rules and regulations, you can say, or an enhanced. Enhanced means increased or intensify. All right. You, in simple sense, we can say enhanced means intensify, intense. So if we put number B, the officers threatened to take measures if the lives of their men were enhanced. See, it's just not going. Enhanced, what kind of enhancement that they are doing? It's wrong. What about number C, pains and destroyed? If we put pains and destroyed, the officers threatened to take pains if the lives of their men were destroyed by the conquered natives. No, pains here it's not going. Number D, reprisals and endangered. Now reprisals means counter-attack or comeback or revenge. Here it would seem like counter-attack. Counter-attack or revenge, you can say. Endangered. Endangered means something which won't exist for a long time and its life is in danger. So you can say on the verge of getting, on the verge of death, you can say. So if I put the officers threatened to take reprisals, like they threatened to counter-attack if or take revenge if the lives of their men were endangered by the conquered natives. Okay, so this can go. This is making a good meaning. That is, the officers threatened to take a counter-attack scheme or a revenge process if the men, if the police officers who were captured were like attacked, or if their lives were endangered somehow by the conquered natives. But let us put number E also and just check once. Affront and enervated. Now affront means like kind of insult or offend or outrage. In simple words, we can say insult or outrage. Outrage means too much of anger. Showing too much of anger is outrage, bursting out of anger. The officers threatened to take outrage if the lives of their men were enervated. Enervated means like drained of any kind of energy or vitality. So, like you can say, enervated means drained of any energy. Drained of energy. Okay, so if I put number E, the officers threatened to take affront if the lives of their men were enervated by the conquered natives. No, it's not making any good sense. So this is also striking out. I'm striking out. Okay, let's move over to question number 6. Despite an affected dash which convinced the casual observers that he was indifferent about his painting, and enjoyed only frivolity, Warhol cared deeply about his art and labored at it dash. So, despite an affected dash, they haven't told about what is being affected, which convinced, which like persuaded the casual observers. That there were certain casual observers who were being like persuaded or convinced about something, that he was indifferent. Now, he is like Warhol, the name of the person about whom we are being reading. He was indifferent about his painting. Indifferent means kind of having no particular interest or sympathy towards his own paintings, and enjoyed only frivolity. Frivolity means lack of seriousness, or you can say lightheartedness, not being serious with what he was doing. Right now, he was not even serious with his painting. So, frivolity means not being serious with what you are doing. Warhol cared deeply about his art and labored at it dash. So, Warhol, even after seeing from his face that he was not quite serious about his painting, Warhol obviously cared about his art and also worked a lot, that is like labored a lot at his paintings. So from his outward appearance, people would think that he was quite indifferent towards his paintings, but inside he was obviously careful about his art and also did hard work at it. So if I put the options one by one, we will be able to know or understand the meaning much better. If I put number A, nonchalance and diligently. Now nonchalance means calmness or coolness or any kind of unconcern. In simple words, you can say calm. Despite an affected nonchalance which convinced the casual observers, you can say affected calmness or affected nonchalance. Like there was a simple calmness on his face which showed the casual observers that he was not caring about his painting or artwork, and he was quite like light-hearted or not at all serious about his work. So nonchalance and diligently. Now diligently means in a way that shows care and concentration in work, in one's works or duties. So you see, diligently, if we put over here, that is Warhol cared deeply about his art and also labored at it diligently. So he used to show a care and concern about his own work or duties. So in the first portion of the sentence, they are talking about the calmness on his face, which proved that he was not at all good or not at all he was not at all serious about his painting, and he was having lack of seriousness. But again, in the second part of the sentence, they are talking about Warhol caring deeply about his art and also laboring or working on it diligently. So number A would definitely go. What about the other options? Let's check once. Empathy and methodically. Empathy means the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So you like you should be able to understand and share or like hear the feelings of others also. The patience to hear about the others' feelings, that is empathy, and to also show some ability to understand and solve that. Next is methodically. Now methodically means kind of properly or in an arranged way or in order wise, you can say. So arranged. If I put empathy and methodically, despite an affected empathy which convinced the casual observers that he was indifferent about his painting and enjoyed only frivolity, Warhol cared deeply about his art and labored at it methodically. No, no, first one is not going in that way, but second one can go in an arranged way. But we have got better option in number A, so we won't be going with option B. And moreover, empathy is wrong. Fervor and secretly. Now, fervor means intense and passionate feeling. So, from the first part of the sentence only, we have come to understand that the casual observers could see no seriousness on the painter's face, but they could see that seriousness in the work itself. So, fervor will definitely not go, because fervor means intense and passionate feeling. So, fervor won't go. What about secretly? Warhol cared deeply about his art and labored at it secretly. No, he was presenting the paintings in front of the casual observers, so there is nothing to hide and do it secretly. He was not doing anything secretly. So this is wrong. What about number D? Gloom and intermittently. Now, gloom means to blossom, or if I put gloom over here, that is despite an affected gloom. See, it's not going at all. But still we are going to put intermittently. Now, intermittently means at regular intervals and not continuously. So they are talking about the indifferent attitude of Warhol about his painting. But on the other hand, they are also talking about how deeply he cares about the art and the hard work that he does on each of his paintings. So intermittently is not going. It means not continuously, so it's not going correctly. What about the last option, hysteria and sporadically? Now, hysteria means panic, or you can, or in simple sense, you can say exaggerated or uncontrolled emotion or excitement. So kind of too much of excitement that you are showing. So if I put despite an affected hysteria or panic, no, it's just not going. Your excitement cannot be affected, or your panic cannot be affected, which convinced the casual observers that he was indifferent about his painting and enjoyed only frivolity. Warhol cared deeply about his art and labored at it sporadically. Sporadically means occasionally or at regular intervals. So not continuously, but at regular intervals. No, it's not going, you see. We have got much better option in the first point only, that is nonchalance and diligently. So first one would definitely go. So number A is the correct option. Let us move over to question number 7. Because she had a reputation for dash, we were surprised and pleased when she greeted us so dash. So she was having kind of a reputation. What kind of reputation, we don't know. There's a blank in between, and that's why we were surprised and also pleased. We were happy that also surprised and pleased when she greeted us so dash. So we don't know what was the reputation and how was she greeting them. So we have to put the options which are shown correctly to make a sense, to like provide a sense to the sentence. Let us put option number A first and check whether it is making a complete sense or not. Because she had a reputation for insolence. Now, insolence means rude and disrespectful behavior. So you can say insolence means rude. For us, we were surprised and pleased when she greeted us so irately. Now, irately means angrily. Angry you can say, or rude you can say. So see the sentence, just check the sentence once again. This lady was already having a rude reputation, they are talking about, and that's why she greeted them angrily. So that's very common. We have to put something which will surprise them. So if I put irately, it's just not surprising them, because they had this thing on their mind that she had a reputation of being angry or rude. So what was the surprise all about? There was no surprise. So number A is wrong. What about insouciance and cordially? Number B. Now, insouciance means casual or lack of concern about something, kind of indifferent, we can say. And cordially means friendly, in a friendly manner, warm and friendly manner. So, in insouciance and cordially, because she had a reputation for insouciance, like kind of indifferent attitude, we were surprised and pleased when she greeted us so cordially. Okay, this can go, but we need to find out better options. If we have, then obviously we will go for those options. So just because she was she was known for her indifferent or lack of concern reputation, they were shocked to see, or quite pleased to see, that this girl was treating them in a warm and friendly way. Let us check graciousness and amiably. Because she had a reputation for graciousness, we were surprised and pleased when she greeted us so amiably. Now, amiably means kind of means in a friendly and pleasant manner. So you can say pleasant or warm attitude. So once again, you see in C point, graciousness is already talking about some sort of warm, like warmful attitude and friendly attitude. And once again, the second word amiably is also talking about the same old stuff. So what will surprise them? They already know that she had a reputation for graciousness. Then how can a girl who was already full of graciousness like surprise anyone with her pleasant attitude? So that's quite common. So there's nothing to get surprised. So number C is also wrong. Now number D, arrogance and disdainfully. Now arrogance means, you all know, arrogance means showing attitude, having too much of ego, prestige and all. And disdainfully means like kind of full of expressing contempt for someone, or you can say, or something which is regarded as like unworthy or inferior. So disdainfully means kind of once again rudely behaving, or you can say showing like classy behavior. You are like showing your classy attitudes, and you are treating everyone inferior than you are. You are putting yourself in a superior position and treating everyone inferior to you. So disdainfully and arrogance, once again, if I explain this, that is arrogance. If suppose I am putting arrogance here in the gap provided in the first gap, because she had a reputation for arrogance. Okay, we all know, suppose we know that this girl was known for her reputation of being arrogant. We were surprised, they were like, the narrators were surprised and also pleased when she greeted them so disdainfully. So there was nothing to get surprised, because the reputation was already as arrogant. So obviously an arrogant lady, if she suddenly greets you in a calm and a friendly way, that will surprise you, and not and this will never surprise you if she treats you disdainfully, because she was already having a reputation of being arrogant. So number D is also wrong. What about number E, querulousness and affably? Querulousness means complaining, continuously complaining, you can say. I'm writing it down, complaining. And affably means kind of friendly manner. So I'm writing it down, friendly. Affably means friendly. So suppose you see, if I put the last option in the gap provided, that is because she had a reputation for querulousness, because this girl always used to complain about something or the other, the narrators were quite surprised and pleased that she greeted them in such a friendly and warm manner. So this can go, this is also going. So if we see number B and number E, E is better than B. So we can take E as the correct option. Let us check number 8. The child was so spoiled by her indulgent parents that she pouted and became dash when she did not receive all of their attention. Okay, so they are talking about a child who is spoiled by her own indulgent parents. Indulgent means kind of liberal parents. Liberal means they allow everything, anything and everything. They are quite easygoing parents, and they are not strict. They do not scold you much, just like normal parents, and they are quite good. Like they do not like force anything on you. Too much easygoing parents. That she pouted and became dash. Okay, the child used to pout. She was such a spoiled child that she used to pout and became dash when she did not receive all of their attention. So in order to get the attention from her parents, she used to pout, and she used to become something that is given dash. We have to fill it up from the words provided. When she did not receive all of the attention. So even after pouting, she used to see that her parents did not give her full attention. So if we put discreet over here, discreet means kind of being careful. So I'm writing it down. Discreet means careful. The child was so spoiled by her indulgent parents that she pouted and became discreet. Careful. No, the child was not at all becoming careful. It's wrong. Number 2, suspicious. Number B. Now, if I put number B, suspicious, you all know, doubtful, you can say. The child was so spoiled by her indulgent parents that she pouted and became suspicious. No, it's not going. Number 3, elated. Now, elated means kind of ecstatically happy or happy from within. Like, suppose there is nothing, then nothing has happened that is making you happy. You are just happy from within, or you are thinking about something that is making you happy. So, elated, if I put here, by her indulgent parents that she pouted and became elated when she did not receive all of their attention. Okay, so this won't go. Elated won't go. What about sullen? Now, sullen means kind of like having bad tempered or like sulky behavior. You can say tempered, like bad temper you are having. So if I put sullen over here, that she pouted and became sullen, or like angry. She used to become angry when she did not receive all of their attention. It is very natural for a little child to become angry if he or she doesn't get their parents' full attention. So bad temper, this can go. Number D can go. Tranquil means calm. Okay, number E, tranquil means calm. So if I put this one, this will become wrong. Why? Because she is already pouting to get the attention from her parents, and even after that, if she is not getting that attention, obviously she will not remain calm. So she will become angry, bad tempered. So calm is wrong, or tranquil is wrong. So the correct option over here would be number D. Okay, let us move over to question number 9. Number 9. Just as disloyalty is the mark of the renegade, dash is the mark of the dash. So disloyalty means not being loyal. You can say cheating and all. So they are saying that disloyalty is the mark of the renegade. Now, who is the renegade? Renegade is a traitor, a person who cheats his own nation, or cheats his own master, you can say, or kingdom. Cheater, you can say in simple words. Just as disloyalty is the mark of the renegade, dash is the mark of the dash. So we have to put something which will mean like this only, this line, that disloyalty is the mark of the cheater. So This kind of meaning or this kind of similarity the options should provide. So we have to choose from these. Let us put number A first in check. Timorousness and hero. Timorousness means fearful or having some sort of timid disposition. So timorousness, from the word itself we can know it means timid. Timid means not courageous at all, like very fearful, very afraid from inside, and not courageous. And hero, so this will never go because timid and hero doesn't go, and we have to make a similar sentence like disloyalty and cheater, which goes with each other. Quality and the quality should go with the person's name. So timorousness and hero will never go. So option number A, I'm striking it out. Number B, temerity and coward. Now temerity means kind of audacity or boldness. Temerity, you can say, audacity in simple words is kind of boldness or openness. Okay, you do not fear anything, you openly or frankly say everything, even if that is wrong, you openly say that thing. That is temerity. And coward means you are like struggling to tell something or struggling to face something, like that you are afraid from within. So number B is wrong. It is not like making any sense, because you see boldness and afraid, it's not going. What about avarice and philanthropist? Now avarice is like kind of greed. Greedy is the quality, or avarice means kind of like money grubbing, always thinking about money, always needs money, and kind of greedy for money. And philanthropist is the person who is the contributor or the donor or the giver or the sponsor. So philanthropist is the giver. And avarice in simple sense, you can say the taker. Okay, so taker and giver, it's not going, because as I told you while reading the sentence, only the first sentence, that you have to make such a sentence where disloyalty and renegade similarity will come. Like similarity in the sense of what? Similarity in the sense of the character with the characteristic. That is the main thing. The character and the characteristic should be correct. So number C is also wrong. What about number D? Cowardice and craven. Cowardice means lack of bravery. Once again, kind of coward, lack of bravery. And craven means like fearful, cowardly, or timid, you can say. So both is talking about being coward. So this can go, because both are talking about being covered. So cowardice is also covered and craven is also covered. So number D will go till now. I'm writing it down over here. Okay, there is another option which is left, that is vanity and flatterer. Now vanity is like kind of self-absorption or self admiration or kind of arrogance, you can say, like always thinking about yourself, kind of selfish attitude. And flatterer means false praise, like kind of, what should I say, like maybe that is not good, like something is not good, but you are always flattering about that, like, oh, that's so good and that's great and all, but in real life that is not good. I'm talking about anything, like it can be any oily food which is in real sense it's not good for your health, but still we flatter and say it's so tasty, it's so delicious, it looks so nice, but in real life it is not at all good for your health. So that is flattering. So vanity and flattering is not going. So number D would be the correct option. Let us move over to question number 10. He became quite overbearing and domineering once he had become accustomed to the dash, which is shown to soldiers by the natives. Okay, so he became, like, they are talking about someone who became overbearing. Now, overbearing means someone who becomes like overpower. Like this person had power, but now he has unlimited power, or kind of unpleasant power, which is maybe at some point of time which is not good for the others. That kind of overbearing and dominating. Domineering means dominating, like having full control over someone. He became quite overbearing and domineering once he had become accustomed. Accustomed means he was getting adapted to the dash. Now we don't know what he was becoming accustomed. So we have to find out that there's a dash shown to soldiers by the natives. So it is something about which he was accustomed, to which he was accustomed, and that was shown to the soldiers by the natives. What is the meaning of natives? A place and the residents who are living in their own place, those are the native people. And soldiers, maybe they were working there, and the natives must have shown the soldiers something to which this character he has become accustomed, and after which he has become overbearing and dominating. He enjoyed his new sense of power and self-importance. So this character is enjoying his new sense of freedom, power and self-importance. Okay, so we need to check the options below and put the correct option. Let us check. Number 1 is disrespect. If I put disrespect, he became quite overbearing and domineering once he had become accustomed to the disrespect which is shown to the soldiers by the natives. No. Why will any soldier become accustomed to disrespect? They are doing such a quality job. Why will they accept any kind of disrespect? Okay, number B, if we put apathy. Now, apathy means lack of interest, you can say, or lack of enthusiasm, or lack of concern. So we can say lack of concern, in simple words, any kind of lack of concern. So once the soldier became accustomed to apathy, no, this no, this cannot go. Let us check number C, deference. Now, deference means kind of respect and regard. In simple words, we can say respect. Let us put deference once and check. He became quite overbearing and domineering once he had become accustomed to the deference, like shown to the soldiers by the natives. Okay, so this can go because you see what this sentence is trying to say. The natives were respecting the soldiers, and the head of the soldiers, the head of the army, became too much domineering or dominating after he was accustomed to the respect that he was receiving from the natives. He enjoyed his new sense of power and self-importance. You see, after getting all the respect, he became quite arrogant about his self-importance and also his sense of power. So number C will go definitely, but as we have discussed previously also, that if we get some better point, then or some better option in place of deference, then definitely we will consider that. Let us check number D, culpability. Culpability means kind of guilt, blame, or you can say fault. So I'm writing it down, guilt. So if I put culpability, he became quite overbearing and domineering once he had become accustomed to the culpability which is shown to the soldiers. No shame is shown to the soldiers, and no soldier will accept any kind of shame or disrespect. So this will not go. Number E, which is left, enmity. Now, enmity, we all know it's kind of enmity. In short, it's enmity. So definitely soldiers will not get accustomed to the enmity. So the best option would be deference only. So number C is the correct option. So that was the discussion for today's class. We are going to meet with other questions like this in our next classes. We are going to solve it, discuss it, and we are going to prepare. Okay, so that was all for today's class. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.